why I believe collaboration and teamwork is important is because the world of work demands it. Schools tend to separate us by making us compete, whereas the world of work wants us to work together and to produce things together with that synergy of the entire group. Educationists like Vygotsky have actually researched how students learn, and what they found is that students need to be exposed to a level of work which is slightly above their cognitive level, and he calls that the zone of proximal development. And he finds that students working in groups having a similar cognitive level tend to excel in solving problems and in thinking about new things, that even in being more creative and in producing something new. In my view, socialization at school is overrated. First of all, nowhere in the real world beyond school do we ever find ourselves in a group of 30 people who are all of the same age. In fact, I think that the way we are socialized at school is very unnatural. In the real world, we would socialize with people of all ages, and we would have to get along with them without that negative attitude towards those of other ages. At the same time, I think that schools tend to over-socialize because we can't have so many friendships, or we can't have so many friendships in the real world. Also, I think there's a lot of negative peer pressure at school for students to get engaged in less wholesome activities, if I can say that way. And I think that if homeschoolers were to expose their children to a range of activities, be it sports, be it in the world of work, in the small business, and later on when they're older in apprenticeships, I think that homeschoolers can actually be much better socialized than school students are. I think that the way schools teach doesn't lend itself to problem solving in the child. Ideally, you would want the child to, first of all, arrive at an answer, and you would also want him to work out how to get to his answer. I think where we give them methods or equations or routines to solve, that just kills the problem-solving mindset in children. I would let them solve the problems in groups so that they can learn from each other, and once each one or each group has attempted to solve the problem, I would then let each group present their solution to the class, and I would allow them to interrogate with each other or interrogate each other's solutions, and for them to then come to a consensus of what the group thinks the answer should be, if it is a consensus. But I would refrain from giving them the answer or telling them what I think or what the right answer should be, because I believe that they should be able to perhaps come to the wrong answer and test it out and see if it works for them, and if not, try something else, because that's how I believe real life works. No one tells us what we should do with our lives. We try things out, doesn't work, and then we adjust, and then we change our course, and then we would try that and see if that works for us, and that's how we go through life. That's a very interesting question, because increasingly many of us are questioning the value of a university education. we question what students learn at varsity will help them in their lives and whether they'll be able to get a job after they get the degrees, and also whether they might not change jobs as many of us do, and whether that piece of paper which they get at university is not perhaps a waste of money and a waste of time. However, there are many degrees or many careers which will require that certificate. For example, medicine. In years, homeschoolers are able to get a matric. They can use Cambridge, which my two sons did, and they are both involved now in tertiary studies. And if they don't want a matric but just want something which says, okay, they have finished school, they can then write the American GED exam, which does not automatically give them an exemption, but it does give them an equivalent of a school leaving certificate. And along with GED, they can also write the American SAT exam, which then can be used to get into university as well. I don't encourage homeschoolers to do matric, the South African matric, because there is a lot of work involved in the year mark, in the portfolio, and that does tend to waste a lot of time. It also becomes very expensive to have someone to assess that portfolio, whereas Cambridge is just one final exam and they get a mark and what they're taking to the varsity, and that's it.